you ever lost an entire paint job after cutting a model in Bambu Studio, this update will probably interest you. You uploaded Bambu Studio to version 2.7 beta and thought, okay, what changed here? This update has a few changes that can easily go unnoticed, but they actually make a big difference, especially if you work with multicolor prints or more complex models. And today, I'm going to show you only what really matters in this new version. No fluff and in a simple way. Just a reminder, this is a Bambu Studio 2.7 public beta, meaning it's not the final stable release yet. So if you're in the middle of an important project, it's better to test it first using a copy of your file. And one important detail, 3MF files saved in this beta for now are not compatible for upload to MakerWorld. So be careful not to save over a project you still plan to publish there. The first big new feature is texture to color painting. The name sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. Before, when you imported a texture model, especially files like OBJ, Bambu Studio didn't always manage to turn the texture into usable multicolor painting for printing. Now, this beta lets you convert texture models directly into color painting on the model surface. In practice, instead of painting everything manually in the slicer, Bambu Studio tries to read the texture and convert it into color regions for multicolor printing. But here's the important part, it's still beta. Bambu recommends for now models with a single texture. Models with multiple textures, bath imports, or files compressed with Draco may still have limitations. So it's not a magical feature that works perfectly on every file in the universe. But it's a huge step forward for anyone working with colored models. But honestly, for me, the most useful feature isn't even this one, it's the next one. It fixes a problem that if you ever deal with it, you know how frustrating it is. Bambu Studio preserves color painting after a plain cut. In other words, if you cut a model that's already painted, the colors stay there. Before, in some cases, you do all the work, paint the model, tweak colors, get everything perfect, then you had to cut it to fit the build plate or split it into parts and boom, the paint job could be lost. It was the kind of things that made you stare at the screen like, you gotta be kidding me. What? In 2.7 beta, when you do a plain cut, the color information is preserved on the cut parts. That means you can import or paint first, get the colors right, check if the distribution makes sense, and only then cut the model into smaller pieces. Bambu does mention you might see small alignment differences on some faces near the cut area, so always check the preview before printing. But just not having to repaint everything after cutting is already a very welcome improvement. Another interesting change is the gradient effect for mixed filaments. Now there's an option called Enable Per Part Gradient Effect. Before, when you applied a gradient to a combined object with a multiple parts or different heights, the slicer calculated the gradient using the total height of the full assembly. So imagine a tall part next to a shorter one. The tall part would get the full gradient from start to finish, but the shorter part might only get a small portion of that gradient. The result looked kind of weird. Now with per part gradient enabled, each part gets its own full gradient from the first to the last layer. And quick note from testing, I started with a 0.24 millimeters layer height just to print faster, but I quickly realized the thicker layers ruin the gradient and the blend, making it look washed out. So I reprinted with a 0.12 millimeter and the result looked way better. And what do you think? Are these filament gradient effects actually worth it, or is just a gimmick? Drop a comment, I really want to hear your opinion. This update also brings improvements to mesh defects diagnostics. Now Bambu Studio can better distinguish certain issues, like non-manifold edges and open edges. In practice, that helps you understand whether a model has a serious problem or just something you should be aware of. For beginners, this matters because not every warning means don't print this. Sometimes the model has a small gap, a weird geometry, or some detail the slicer can still handle. But when the warning is clear, you can make a better decision before wasting hours of printing. So it is worth updating to Bambu Studio 2.7 beta? It depends. If you do multicolor prints, use texture, import OBJ files, cut painted models, or use per part gradient, this beta has some really interesting features to test. But if you are using Bambu Studio in a production with important projects, MakerWorld uploads, or anything that needs maximum stability, I'd be a little more cautious. Download it, test it on a copy, play with the new features, but don't overwrite your main project. Beta is beta. It can work great, but it's still a test version. To summarize, this 2.7 beta update is very focused on improving the color workflow. Texture to color painting helps to turn texture into multicolor painting. Plain cuts now preserves your paint job. Per part gradient makes assemblies more predictable. And mesh diagnostics got more complete. Now I want to hear from you. Which feature would you actually use day to day? Texture conversion, cut preserving paint. And if this video helped you, leave a like and subscribe for more 3D printing tips, Bambu Studio updates, and slicer content. I see you in the next video. Bye-bye!